Hello, hello, hello. You're watching Get Down and Dirty Talking Art with Calibri the artist.
And LaPratt the artist. How
Yes.
is everybody this evening?
Hello.
Hi.
Watching on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And if you'd like to sponsor us, email us at WJZZCoolTVOfficial@gmail.com. Today we have our wonderful guest today.
Yes, I'm so excited. We have our absolutely amazing.
Are we live already?
We're
Yes,
live.
Oh,
Say hi,
okay.
everybody.
Look, he said, ooh,
break
no,
my
Oh, God, he's breaking his camera already. He's already taking photos of us. We're just the photo models. See,
Yeah.
we're so cool
Yeah.
here today.
We have our wonderful guest, professional photographer, founder of. There we go.
Ah, look at that.
Uh-oh.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Mr. Gary
Okay.
Hunter in the
Welcome.
flesh.
Okay.
The man
Welcome.
behind the scenes on everything Detroit, all your historical events. You've seen them. You may not know you've seen them, but now you're gonna look back and say, "I see him." And what? He don't put on some glasses.
Look at he's looking all cool
Smooth.
and dapper. And he's even got a suit
You
on,
want me to
looking
look
all
smart?
dapper.
Smart. You look smart already.
Oh, okay.
Gary
you.
Hunter, ladies and gentlemen. Yay!
Good evening to everybody. Let's see if we can get this popping and on and see if y'all gonna be smiling the same after this interview.
Oh, it will be. It's going to be amazing. We're so excited to
I'm
have
told
you.
I'm a little raw.
Hey,
There's
that's
nothing
why it's
wrong
called
with
Get
it.
Down and Dirty Talking Art.
Exactly.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Say that again.
Get Down and Dirty Talking Art.
Say it again.
Get down and dirty, talking art.
All right.
You like
Alright.
that?
Well, as long as you got that get down and dirty.
Get Down and
Because
Dirty.
people
That's
seem
talking art.
people seem to think that dirty is derived from not being clean.
Right, no.
Dirty is actually the elements of whatever comes. We
That's
we all
exactly-
came from the dirt.
That's right.
Somebody help me.
That's
We're
right.
getting into
Yeah.
preacher mode.
Well, I just left a city council, a town hall meeting in Inkster, trying to explain to them the essentials of, I just left New Jersey, Tuskegee, Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina. Well, I went through South Carolina. Every town hall meeting, every city council, people are arguing over stuff they don't understand. And the substance of it's the same people that go to church.
Interesting.
And if you go to church, God teaches you that faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. And I've been preaching the last 2 weeks about the elements of the earth wants you to believe in the elements. Now let me go there right quick, and I'm gonna be through.
Ask, can you dig a little deeper just for this message? I want y'all to catch it because that's been on my heart since you said it, and you brought it up again today. Can you tell us a little bit on what you mean by the elements and the evidence?
Oh, you've been listening.
Yeah.
I've been
The
listening.
evidence is what God has already done. And faith comes by hearing the word of God. And even if you're not a believer, you believe in something. We sat down in these chairs. I jumped back up because the cushion ain't as cushion as it should be. So my nerve, whether I like it or not, I can't see where it's torn, but hell if I can't feel it.
Oh.
Moses dealt with people, him being the deliverer of God's word for the people of Israel, who stayed in the encampment of the slavery, but we don't find the evidence that he was actually doing slave work. He was allowed to be the child of God, the son of God, the evidence of God. Now watch this and hear this real good. When you think about what God is doing with you, through you, or for you, many things that many artists do don't see it during the doing. They see it after the evidence. Now watch this. How do I take that? How do you take that to your daughter? How do you take that to your son? How do you take that to your husband? How do you take that to your wife? How do you do the evidence and not the elements? So many people get twisted and messed up dealing with the elements of life. Things, diamonds, money, the elements. Well, the evidence is God will give you joy without a diamond. God will give you peace without a brand new car. You can have a brand new car and nowhere to go. You can have a big old house and nobody to love inside of it. When the evidence is there of the presence of God, and if you go to my Facebook, Gary Hunter, I've been preaching it the last, God had me preaching at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, waking me up all kind of times, as an artist. You wake up and then your mind, your spirit is just working.
Yep.
And so the evidence, if you trust God, you're going to see what you shouldn't have saw. Ooh, I think I said something right there. Somebody shouting. The evidence, you're going to see what you shouldn't have saw. No, how do I say that? Faith is the substance of things, of the evidence of things not seen. So you're going to see what you shouldn't have saw. Because if you go by what your elements are, they say you won't make it. Elements say, oh, he ain't got no money. Elements say he ain't going to keep no job. The elements will have you following friends that ain't no good. The elements, y'all don't get me started. The elements told, y'all hear this, Aaron, some of y'all don't know, was the assistant pastor to Moses, who was thrown out of Pharaoh's territory because he was a king or one of the leaders in the elements of being with Pharaoh. And no matter what Pharaoh did, God superseded for the children of Israel. No matter what your enemies do, when you trust God, the evidence will be that you will have the victory at the end. Now watch this. Let's go to the ark.
We go. Okay, I'm gonna let you make one more.
But you the one got me started. I did not.
I know I got you started. I know I
you
got
said
you started.
explain it, so let me explain it.
Go ahead.
I want y'all to think of being a kingdom's child. Elements is for the valley people. Evidence is for the kingdom people going to the mountaintop. And people in the valley will make you stand on a rock and tell you you're on the mountaintop. And because you're trying to get elements, money, elements, go to the show, elements, him paying your light bill, your gas bill. I'll never forget Aretha Franklin. Sean Robinson, who's on Access Hollywood, used to do a show here in Detroit. I was her guest 30 years ago.
That's awesome.
I started talking about relationships and how some women sell themselves for rent, for telephone bill, gas bill, light bill. Out of the blue, Aretha Franklin called.
It's gonna be entertaining, y'all.
Oh, we told
okay,
you.
go ahead.
Aretha Franklin called. Ask Sean Robinson. It's part of history. Aretha Franklin called and said, Gary, I need them kind of bill. Somebody pay the light bill, the gas bill, or whatever. Somebody to take you shopping. There's so many people that sell out for the elements. Laying on their back for the elements. On their knees for the elements. Men trying to be players for the elements. For whatever the elements are. But the evidence is God keep providing for you without all that.
That's right.
And you're trying to rush the process. Because you are not in the earning appreciation. Gratitude. Hear me good on this. I see you grabbing at it. Gratitude takes you to a new attitude, which gives you a new latitude of who you're dealing with, which takes you to a new altitude.
Okay.
You don't have to be that hoe. You don't have to be that player. Not you. I mean, people.
I didn't think me.
Okay. You don't have to stoop and belittle yourself. The moral standard that you owe to yourself should stand in a principal matter where you're not dealing with the element grabbing, because it don't last. Because we know through the temptation of them making a God in the Ten Commandments, all that temptation didn't last. But it was those that followed the mountaintop vision that got the victory. Now let's talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
Sorry, so now I got the key.
We got the preacher end of it
Well,
now.
I want to say it's evidence.
Now is my mic good?
Your
mic
mic
is
is good.
I don't know if the sound man can hear me.
You
Or,
can hear.
Yeah.
Y'all hear. You can hear. Everybody in Facebook land, you can hear. And feel free, because they're commenting. So if you see a comment, go ahead and feel free to answer.
they ain't saying nothing.
We're just saying
But
hi.
we have a few
If
minutes.
you guys
before
got
we
any
do our
comments, you can
tag.
say hi.
And I just wanted to say, and basically take this time to introduce who you are career-wise, because it is evident
Evident, yes.
that God has blessed you with the elements, with you following His path and following along in your purpose and the purpose that He's had for you. So could you tell our viewers a bit about what that is and what it is you do and what it is God has called you to do?
Both things, yeah.
I don't know.
You do
Well,
know.
wait a minute,
Okay,
what is
well,
this?
we're gonna
This is
say
what he
exactly.
does.
We're gonna hold it. Well, she held up. Viewers, why we were late. If you could see, we were in here reading the newspaper.
Yes.
The shot news, as a matter of fact. He has all of these different issues that he blessed us with for today. But
It's temporary. I'm taking them back.
temporary.
Oh, it's temper.
I'm just
He
kidding.
can't get needles back.
You ain't get those back. You have to
He
chase me
thought.
down the hall.
But the shot news, shots of historical moments, things that are happening in our cities, things that are happening in our culture, throughout the last 40, almost 45 years. Mr. Hunter has been shooting celebrities,
Yep. Presidents.
Right.
Oh, presidents, yes.
White House photographer, all of the pictures that you see, well, most of the pictures that you see, this man is the one that took those photos. So
He's
we're
documenting
honored
history.
to have you
Yes.
on with us. The man behind the camera, y'all.
That's right.
The
Well,
man behind the camera.
Let me say this.
And he brought us
I-
Snapples. I'm going to get into the Snapple real quick. Go ahead.
Make sure she gets a choice of whatever
right.
she wants.
Okay, I'm good right now.
It's back to the evidence, and you said it best. Sometimes God can place you in a blessing and you don't even know you're being blessed.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect example, I'm pastoring in Vegas. I'm sitting in the second floor of my office, and I got the door wide open for whatever reason. I don't know. It's 110 degrees on even a cold day. And they said last Monday was 125. I can't even imagine. I remember we had 115 and everybody just stayed in the house. I went to some water, and that didn't work. And I looked out and I saw the mountains, and I had an aha moment. And at that time, I was still pastoring a church in Toronto, kind of pastoring a church in Vegas, living between Vegas, Detroit, and I had houses in Detroit, a condo in Toronto, a van in and a car in Vegas, my Mercedes in Detroit, all the eight
Yeah.
elements I
Okay.
wasn't even paying no attention. I
Hey,
didn't
go ahead,
sell
go ahead,
myself
go.
to get
I
them.
know, I'm messing
God
with you.
released them for me.
What God is going to give
And you
you
got to
that.
be careful with thinking things are blessing. I remember coming to me, and I'll never forget.
Wait. Hold that thought. We just want to remind our viewers that you're tuning in to Get Down and Dirty Talking Art with Calibri the artist
And Debbie LaPratt the artist.
on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Periscope. We're live here with Gary Hunter, explaining to us currently getting started and telling us a little bit about his elements.
That's right.
We're going to stop
Go
talking
ahead.
about my
Okay,
evidence.
I'm
We're
gonna
going to talk
stop.
about evidence with me.
Ah,
My evidence has given me favor to get elements, what they call elements. I'm sitting there and I'm looking out at the snow top. It's 110 degrees on the ground. It's probably 20 up in the mountaintops. God again. You know, how can you have in the same space humanly snow and scorching heat? And I started literally crying because I realized the evidence of one of my prayers is going right before my mindset. Y'all grew
What
up
was that?
said I want to live more in one place, have cars. You say that. You speak it. And then when you actually get the reality of it, it's a whole nother ballpark.
yep.
So even in the beginning of the year when I started talking about valley-minded people, I had a friend that just kept talking negative. I told her, stop telling me about what other folk are saying about me, especially if you can't give me no names. Because you're going to end up getting their punishment that they should have got because you're carrying their message. Yo, look, let me say something to you. When God says, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm, it ain't got to always be the preacher. You just got to be careful with how you treat people, period.
Exactly.
The elements will get you twisted up and mislisted. But the evidence will get you with so much praise you ain't got time to worry about nobody else's personality and what they got. I think I said something right there. Y'all gonna shout about it later. Maybe by the time you get to the parking lot. When you caught up in God's blessing, you don't even have time. Everybody want to know how I ended up with President Obama. How does President Obama know me? I'm at the farewell speech. With at that time the love of my life. I got the best of all worlds. A beautiful woman, access to the most popular ticket in town, staying in a sweet hotel, driving a nice car. But the greatest part about it all is to be able to enjoy anything with somebody you love.
That's exactly it.
I don't care what y'all say. I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. You a lie. And if I was in the street, I'd say, y'all remember this? You a lie and your breath stink. You need a peppermint. God did not make us to be alone. Don't let your past cancel out your future. Don't let a bad man or woman cancel out the beauty that's in your future. Stop letting the elements of your yesterdays cancel out the favor of your evidence of the future.
Because he's talking about a conversation that we had.
No, you think, see, some of y'all think it's all about y'all. I had this conversation all the time.
Okay.
Because God will place you when he's able to use you in the evidence.
You speaking because viewers are reaching out. So I'm messing with you, but it's a word that's hitting people. So I'm not knocking.
Our empowerment is not, and I used to have a friend of mine, hey, I know what you're going to say. It's amazing you know what I'm going to say, but you ain't responding to wake up from your sleep. If you still stuck on stupid land on lady too trifling to get up, I got to keep preaching the same message. Is anybody home in there? Don't get mad at the truth seer. Get mad at the truth doer. I need to rewind that.
Yes, you do. Rewind it for me. That went over my head.
Yeah.
If somebody keep complaining about something you're doing or somebody responding to something you're doing, don't get mad at them for responding. Look at what is causing them to do what they do. Does that mean everything that somebody do is merited? No. But when you... Stop. Thank you, Lord. Well, you got to listen to God. You know, when you're in tune with God, he talks to you. Some women, some men keep wanting to blame their spouse for the corrections. Let me try it again.
We got you.
I don't need to be told not to correct you. I need you to stop doing what it is that needs correcting. And if you in a space, a friend of mine used to tell me, my ex used to say, I guess I'm in the Gary boot camp. And we was out of town at the time. I just have home training and it's indoctrinated me. I was talking to a judge friend of mine on another show, and he kept saying home training. We were saying the same thing. And I said, man, it's just home training. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. And now some people who I used to say it to all the time, they're forever saying, man, you got me doing that. Ain't nothing wrong with doing something right. If y'all get corrected, if y'all get people around you that care about you and love you for real, thank you, Lord. If y'all don't stop this time about I ain't no dog, don't train me. Well, hell, if you stupider than a dog, if you can't be trained, you go to Ford, they're going to train you. You go to Chrysler, they're going to train you. You go to Dan Gilbert, they're going to train you. But you can't be trained to love the man or the woman that you with. How ignorant are you? Ooh, don't get me fired up. This room too small.
It is.
It is.
And I don't need to be sweating and all that. Look like I'm in Mississippi on a cold day. Listen, and I mean this.
Okay.
We have got to learn when we've grown. We have been with several people. Some of y'all been with many, and you shouldn't have been. Some of us have been with a few people. The rest of y'all just I don't know what the hell to say about y'all. You just loose.
We here. Come on now, stop insulting
You
the
don't-
viewers now.
That's right.
If it fit, it ain't my fault. I ain't forcing it. If it don't fit, thank you for the oohs and the thumbs up.
Don't be
Hell,
encouraging
no.
this man.
We gotta stop this lie to one another. That's why that's why our whole generation messed up. We lying to them. Sit down, you stink. Go take a shower. If you gonna wear your underwear out, at least don't let me see the street. Wash your underwear. Grown men run around with their pants down. You want a man with his pants down?
No.
Oh, okay then. Why we afraid to say that?
I'm not afraid to say it.
Now I know
We
some of
talking
y'all
about
got
art.
tattoos. Yeah, I'ma say it. What is the purpose? And trust me on this. We all gonna wrinkle one day. And your heart, wherever it is,
Mr. Hunter,
it's not gonna be heart in about 20 years.
you gonna have 15 minutes to talk about you.
That's right.
I'm just trying to figure out, did you invite me to tell a lie or tell the truth?
I want
I
you
don't
to
tell
tell
lies.
Talk about you.
Oh, I
Wanna
know.
talk
That's
about
why I
you.
invited you on the show, because I know that you keep it all the way real. And I love how you put things.
All I want to do is to be able to leave something for you to think about. And the substance of truth is not being told in the average atmosphere of learning. Let me try it again. The substance and the factual understanding of truth is not being told in the average atmosphere, church, school, counselors, fellowships, sororities, what you call them other things? Sorority and fraternities.
Fraternities.
Y'all lying to each other.
So
You
let
know
me
good
ask
and
you
well
this.
he need to lose some weight.
So let
Hey,
me
what's
ask
up,
you
buddy?
this.
What's up, buddy? You know good and well
He just got all the way in. He locked in. On
you don't want her looking like a hoochie mama if she go home to you. Quit complimenting her like she look good.
I'm not even going to.
Go
I
ahead.
don't want to segue.
That's right.
But, because you hitting on some points. And that's why I'm not elaborating, because I don't want to segue.
I know we ain't got the 6 hours I really
Yeah.
need. I know. I know.
You are hitting
I
on
know.
some points. But that's also why we invited you on, because as artists, especially as photographers, you have an important job to be able to document history and
That's
to
right.
be able to actually teach and tell a story, and from the real perspective. Especially with photography, you get in and get a perspective that other people may not see.
That's right.
But I like that you also have a voice too. You're not just quiet. You don't have anything to say, so that lets me know. That
I
you
have my
a lot of-
times where, you don't travel with the president with your opinion. You sit back and you do what you're supposed to do. In some rooms I was in, there was no other photographers in but me. And some of the staff, you say, Gary, no, you got an eye. And when Mrs. Obama complimented me in the beginning, I didn't understand it. I didn't receive it. I'm like, she said, Gary, your pictures are awesome. They're better than almost everybody's.
That is
Now,
the
what
truth.
is your eye? What
Yeah.
makes you different? Because you do have an eye, but what makes you different than anybody else, any other photographer that are coming in? What is your
I
eye?
love people.
Okay.
I respect the image of what's coming out of my lens for those people. In the beginning, it was a lot of pictures I took that I never released and probably never would. If somebody's lipstick was all over their teeth, if somebody's, you gotta remember, I was traveling with elite people. I have been doing that for years. It's like cooking. If you go to my page, Gary Hunter, you're gonna see a lot of cooking. I'm soaking oxtails at home right now in salt water to drain the blood. So when I put them on tonight, and I got my onions and my bell peppers and my fresh
So
garlic.
you're a great chef too, or a great cook.
It's the evidence of what I put in it will come out when it's tenderized by the heat necessary to mixture all that together. When I walk in a room, my subject for 12 years was the president. Side view, front view, all of that. I've had some great moments with them personally. I've had some wonderful moments.
Can you share some of those moments?
Coming off the plane in New York, the greeters in one spot and the photographers and the media is in another spot. And for those of you who have been out there, you know the president always comes off and goes to the greeters. Very rarely did President Obama go to the media,
Right.
Unless it was media only, and then he just goes straight to the limo or the air helicopter or whatever, Marine
Right.
One, the whole 9 yards. He walks towards the greeters. He does a beeline. I got 2 books in my arm right here. He walks up to me. I'm froze. He grabs them out. I had been gone for 30 days. And he grabs them out and he said, he signs one. He said, I want you to know that I want to know that you was all right.
What did that
President,
make you feel at that second?
Oh my God. Wait a minute, you gotta hear the rest of it.
Okay.
So he signs the next book. And he said, I just wanted to know you was all right. And then there's 2 pictures where the signature go, and he pulls the other one out. He said, I just wanted, he points with his ink pen. You know, he's left-handed, so he's doing like this. He said, I want you to know that I want to know you was all right. This is the President of the United States. The greeters are just going crazy. Who is he? Now, next to me is one of the guys that got either hurt or beat up by the police in New York, or either killed. Father is there also. So he's on the other side, another young lady who I take pictures for her magazine in New York. She does my distribution for my New York clientele for the paper, and so she's there, and she's like, before he came, she said, he's coming to you.
Hold that thought.
All right, hold that thought, yes. Hi, welcome to WJZZ, Cool Jazz TV. You're here with Debbie the Artist and Calibri, and we're here with this amazing
Gary Hunter.
Gary Hunter. He's telling us a story. Please like, share, follow, and get down and dirty talking Earth.
That's right, on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. We're here again with Mr. Hunter. He's telling us about one of the memorable moments with President Obama. He spent the last 12 years of his career photographing him. He's telling us about one of the cool moments.
So coming off the plane, he comes towards the greeters. Then he makes a beeline, comes to me, signs 3 things. And when he got to the 4th picture, he signed 4 things: 2 books and 2 pictures. He said, I want you to know that I want to know you are all right. So he done said it about 3 times. So everybody's like,
What?
who is this? And then the girl who has the magazine, Laura, says, something. I forgot. She said, he loves Hunter or something, whatever. That's their favorite, or whatever she said. And he said, before, I always say to him when we're at the party, I'm praying for you, Mr. President. So before I could say it, he turns and says, I'm praying for you. So I couldn't.
Oh, that is
I couldn't say it.
How did that make you
That's
feel?
cool.
You must have been like,
It's cool that you built that rapport.
Well, you got to remember, and I keep telling everybody, when even in the beginning, he sees, I got to say it, I don't care whether people like it the way I say it or not. He see the black photographer, I see the black president. He see the black president, I see the candidate at that time. And he got to the point where he would come speak to me. We were in the rain at Morehouse College taking pictures. I leave the riser, go down front, go stand where he's going to come down the steps. I'm just trying to get a good shot. I'd had surgery on my shoulder. He comes down. I took the sling off. I had got permission from the doctor to take it off and go on the trip. the president comes down, Obama comes down, he does like this. Come on, give me the black thing. Bam, bam, and then it bam, and hit my shoulder.
Oh.
So, although I had the surgery on this side, he hit this side. You could see, I guess, in my face. Cause everybody asked me, what was wrong, man? What was wrong? Secret Service came to me. Are you okay? You okay? Later, at the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, Valerie Jarrett, Vice President Biden at that time, Kerry, everybody's asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? It's amazing that they had this conversation about me outside of my presence at the White House. And everybody's asking, how am I doing? It's moments like that that make you feel extra special. One time, Mrs. Obama said something, and I said, I was with her and not him, and I said, please tell the president, I said hi. And she said, okay, Gary. Every time they say Gary, it just throws me off, and my ex-girlfriend got so enamored that they all called me Gary during the farewell speech. And I was so, and I still can treasure that moment, even though she messed up, and maybe I messed up, I don't know. I doubt it. But I still can treasure that moment that she got so happy that they didn't just say the photographer or Mr. Hunter or Hunter. They all said Miss Obama, President Obama, Dr. Biden, and Biden all said, Gary, she's beautiful. Gary, she's beautiful. None of that resonated with her, but she was glad to meet President Obama, but she was ecstatic to meet Michelle Obama. But more than that, them calling me Gary. So when I heard her telling the story for the first time, I literally almost wanted to cry for her. Because it's nothing like somebody that you care about and love repeating something that gave them joy that had to do with you.
Yes.
So none of this is without me missing my mother or my father being able to see their son travel with the first black president. None of this goes missing without me really being upset with some of the people that I wanted to get that moment and they didn't want to stand in line, and I kept telling them, if you with me, you ain't got to stand in line, you get the short line, you don't get the long line, or either you know, or whatever. The mayor of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, a good friend of mine who I met during the campaign and took pictures of him with President Obama and was able to give him to him. We became real good friends. I made him go to the Democratic convention. And then I got him passes like I got myself passes, but he had delegate passes for the floor. But we went to the Air Force One landing. Moments like that where this grown man was so happy. Or when I couldn't make it to, I was in Philadelphia where President Obama was going to. President Obama, we do 3 or 4 cities in a day sometime.
Right.
He's the only president that ever traveled to all 51 states.
I didn't know
So
that.
you were busy. Very, very,
Very
very
busy.
busy.
But what? That's why I got over 8 million pictures of just them. But when we went to Puerto Rico, Donald Trump ain't the only one that did not know Puerto Rico was not a foreign country. He ain't the only one that didn't know that Puerto Rico is part of America. Or, so, everybody looked at him like he was crazy. He's not the only one. There's a lot of people that didn't know Puerto Rico was America. When we went there, there was banners on the freeway, banners at the airport. My leg is hurt, I'm sorry. Banners everywhere with a dash. In 2011, 12, it was a 51-year dash between that president and President Obama. And I'm going to cheat for y'all. I would generally make y'all key it in and buy you dinner or give you $100 or something if you came up with the answer, who was the president 51 years prior to 2012. And some of y'all trying to Google it, you cheating.
Yeah, they're cheating.
And if one of y'all can tell me, I'll tell
51 years prior to 2012, so that puts it in 1950.
Y'all didn't tell me I was going to give you $100. It's okay.
I don't know.
That's the best answer. We need to teach our daughters and our son, when you don't know, just say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Proverbs said it is better for somebody to thank you a fool than open your mouth and prove that you the fool.
Well, I want to know. So who is it?
So,
Yeah, who is it?
settle your horses down. Hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up.
Oh, I'm swole up.
Listen, and I know you're going to be repeating this. My friend repeats it now. I said it. That was my brother who passed away. That was his saying. But John F. Kennedy,
I was about to say that. I promise you I was, but I thought maybe
the
that
last
was
president that went to Puerto Rico as a sitting president and not as a candidate was John F. Kennedy. That's sad.
Wow.
So let me ask you this, because that's very significant in itself. Even that moment coming from one moment in history coming
Right.
into the new moment, or a true history.
Right.
And this is the next president coming. Do you realize in these shots the significance of these moments? What makes you get the shot? How do you know? Is there any feeling that comes over you? How do you know which shots to get? And
Yeah.
do you realize the significance
Oh, you
of
just
these moments?
Hear me good on this. God can lay you in the middle of blessings. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, God. Rod, that's that. I'll prepare the table before you in the presence of my enemies. In green pastures. And we keep letting the shadow stop us and not getting to the green pastures. And realize that he's going to bless us even though our enemies is coming against us. I had a lot of obstacles that I was trying to fight. Bam, 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 all upside the head. But it was the presence of historical greatness that just kept me shooting.
So you felt it.
It just,
the energy was.
the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, the 50th anniversary of the Voters' Rights Act, the 50th anniversary of the march in Selma, Alabama, the unveiling of the 4 little girls in Birmingham, the statues, not knowing that there was a 5th girl that survived who had eye problems because the bomb sent sheet metals in her head. It'll be in my next paper. I'm doing a story on it. Being at the Urban League Black Convention with the previous mayor, Mark Mario, and the first black president in the black city of New Orleans, with the mayor current and the mayor previous all having a universal relationship. I cannot go past this moment without giving praise and thanks to Marvin Nicholson, Reggie Love, Valerie Jarrett, the many people that worked for them that made sure that even when wasn't on the press, I had VIP passes to be in the front 3rd, 4th row, whatever I wanted to be in. It did not happen easy. But those moments of being, even let's say I'm not in the press this particular day, I learned real quick not to be on the front row.
Why is that?
You can't get a good shot. It's all nose shots. So you got to be back. And I learned the difference between a wide lens and a zoom lens.
Oh, I like that.
That's 300 feet you can go
Can you hold that up for us?
versus 200.
Viewers?
A lot of people got the 200, but this is a 300.
No, 300. Explain what that is for us.
Well, the average one is 70 to 200.
And that, what does that mean?
This how far you can shoot.
Okay.
This is goes up to 300.
Okay.
Then you can put an adapter on here and it'll go up to 500 or 600. Then they have 600s, but that who wants to be? I don't got time to be carrying all that. You got to remember, I was in a different city almost every other day, sometimes twice a day. The first time I went to the Pentagon, the first time a sitting president did a live press conference from the Pentagon we were coming from Shaker Heights, Ohio, doing another event. I get the call, but my phone is in service, being serviced. Because we get emails, and they died laughing. I'll never forget, me and Reggie Love is standing on the side, and President Obama is about to speak, and I pull out my phone with which was a BlackBerry at the time, and I had talked about them and laughed about them. I said, y'all just stuck on these BlackBerries. You just all day. I pulled out that BlackBerry. Everybody busted out laughing.
Missed his emails.
Wait a minute. No. That I didn't. Wait a minute. That's two stories. One is in Vegas. One is in Shaker Heights. Okay. I'm in Vegas when I convinced myself that I needed a BlackBerry or a phone that did email. And so even President Obama had to look over there and see what's going on. Why we busting out laughing? And we supposed to be shutting up and be quiet. But nah, Secret Service, regular, everybody's laughing. But he's in a casual moment right now. So it happens. But in Shaker Heights, I'm in the phone store getting my phone service. And then when they give me the phone back, ding, 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 ding.
All the emails are coming through.
And I get this email. RSVP ASAP if you want to be in. We have to RSVP for every event. And matter of fact, this is my pass from the other day with Biden. So I got thousands of these. So now in the square, you see that? Oh, I'm sorry. See that triangle in the middle?
Yeah.
They used to be just that. And so I guess they change them when the president becomes different.
Can you hold that up so we can?
Yeah.
Here.
So this
cool.
This is my pass from the other day being with.
Let me just. There you go.
Being with President.
Copy it and make you a copy so you can go.
Yeah.
And you.
It ain't that easy. And
y'all make sure you make your copy on Photoshop.
It says the White House press pool. And you know what used to really trip me out? That there's people running around talking about, he really wasn't with the president. I don't even respond. He wasn't. Now, there's video on more than one occasion of President and Ms. Obama hugging me or coming to speak to me, like the time in
Wait, hold that thought. Yep. I just want to remind our viewers that you're watching Get Down and Dirty Talking Art with Calibri the artist, Debbie the Pratt. Debbie the Pratt. Lord,
Debbie the
Pratt.
Debbie the Brat?
Yeah, Debbie's the brat.
Watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all other main social media platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. We're here with the wonderful Mr. Gary Hunter, telling us all types of stories.
All these
about
amazing stories.
Yeah,
we can probably listen all
years.
night listening to his wonderful stories.
Well,
I would like to.
I would have to send you a bill. I would have to get a bill payment in advance.
We got to get him coming back.
Yes, we do.
But I would like to get into the shot news.
That's
the
right.
Shot news. The shot. You said you've gotten. You said over how many million photos of the Obamas? How? Well, you say some millions. Am I?
It's over 8 million because I did a download. I've crashed 5 computers with 1 or 2 terabytes of memory. And I explained to them when I'm doing, I said, oh no, you can't do the guy that told me that, so I went ahead and started downloading stuff, not paying no attention. I don't reduce my pictures.
Oh, so you leave them at the...
I leave them at the highest resolution. And what people don't know is a lot of photographers sit there and reduce your pictures. You want to play all these games. You just pay me in advance, and you're going to get your picture at this full thing. People don't realize the value of us capturing the history.
Oh, that exactly.
Your moment is stamped in history.
Right.
Exactly.
Once that thing clicks,
right, and unchanged.
Yep.
It's for life.
So with those, so with all I just said that to take a note of just how many you shot in those 12 years. You've been doing this for coming up on 45. What made you get into now releasing this in the form of paper so that we can see, so that we can view? What made you shift?
What a
into
lot of
this?
people don't know is back in 80, whenever President Clinton was the president, not even there we go again in that green pasture and don't even know it. I literally was in the White House the day he called Coleman Young to announce that Detroit would be one of the empowerment zones.
Okay.
I'm what, 24, 25, if that? I had created a newspaper called Families United for Nonviolence, the name of my organization, and I created a little community newspaper. Fun. My brother made me use the name Fun for the paper. Then I bought the Detroit Times name at a dare. Even though somebody tried to steal it 2 or 3 times, and somebody personally even tried to steal it to my day, they registered it all for me because I forgot to register it, but then they ain't gave it to me. Just lies, lies. And it's just what God put in me. My uncle wasn't no photographer. My uncles, aunties wasn't no news person. It wasn't. I was trying to get extra. When you were doing your undergrad and your grad, you take extra courses. It started out as a 3-credit or 4-credit
Where'd you go
class.
to college at?
Oh, that was at Wayne State at the time.
Law school first, and
That's
then
right.
switched.
And Wayne County Community College offered another class, and we could get credit. One of my good friends, Lisa, we were in class together one day when Wayne State would do these sub classes at Northwest Activity Center, I think. And I had the camera on me. She said, "You going to be a photographer?" I said, "No."
No! How many years later? No!
I'm like, I ain't going to be no photographer. And, we had to develop the pictures, do the dark, do the color, do the black and white, all of that.
Yep.
It even took me almost a year to go from the hard drive, big computers to the laptops because I couldn't believe in my mindset. I'm doing these, when they first started doing everything digital.
Yep.
I couldn't even believe. I stayed in the 35 millimeter for a minute. I stayed with compact computers. I had like 6 or 7 of them. I had an office building over on Schaefer and St. John the Great Church is now, right across from Cole Funeral Home on Puritan and Schaefer. Chrysler donated cars to me. I had 4 brand new New Yorkers when they first came out.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah. Because they liked you.
I'm just curious.
Faith that can conquer anything.
Why? I would think cameras or something. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I needed cars to get around. I had summer programs.
Okay.
Is it Silver's that used to be downtown, the real exclusive furniture place, office furniture place? You got to do a break.
No, we're just looking at our time. That's all.
Yeah.
It's 8:50.
We got 10 minutes.
Yep.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay. Y'all better give us 10.
We can't do it. We can't do it. We got a show right after.
So let me say this and I'll be through.
Yeah.
So I got furniture donated, cars donated, clothes donated. Van Dyke's clothes one year gave me like thousands of suits, shirts. All the pastors in town was over there getting suits and shirts. God has just been blessing me for years. When I worked for James Bradley in LA as the mayor. I worked for Harold Washington when he was the mayor. I worked for Maynard Jackson when he was the mayor of Atlanta. I think I worked at every major city but New York. Chicago, LA, Atlanta, St. Louis for a hot second. St. Louis is a whole nother place.
Is Detroit your favorite?
I'm back here, Anna.
Yeah. Welcome. We're glad to have you back.
There is no place like Detroit, even with the sickness of our administration now that's doing some of the same thing that our other administration did, that everybody seems to think it deserves a pass, is wrong. And you turn that over to God and you pray and you say, Lord, strike them down because this is wrong. because our children don't need to see that one man commit adultery and you call his adulterous friend hoe and homebreaker, and then another one takes the hoe and brings her back and says, I'm going to marry her. Yeah, you know, like it's okay. Yeah, she broke up my home. I got a problem with demoralizing marriage and respectful relationships. And so you said to me, what made me keep that image? President Obama went home every night to his children that he could. Every anniversary he was with Michelle. The one time where he got sidetracked when we had the debate out in Denver, he made sure that night was hers. I mean, the next night was hers. Then that morning, we had the most beautiful morning in Denver. The mountains is set. Well, it was like, you know, that dirt out there. Red, sand, and whatever. And then the trees, it was fall. The trees were orange and yellow. You would have to see the pictures. I should have brought some of the pictures. I don't know what I was thinking about.
Next time.
I got the bag.
Next time.
There go the bag. This is one of the first products I did up under One America. That's a canvas bag that can be bought still. The other side has Mr. and Mrs. Obama when he brought the troops home. And down here is the actual kiss when she was introducing him. And it's a full canvas bag with zippers and the shot news on the side, the whole 9 yards. This is the picture that he was talking about on Oprah when he said one of the photographers captured a moment that I love, and because I used to do a calendar every year and made sure they got it. And these are the moments Mrs. Obama said to somebody when I was taking a picture, leave him alone. Because, you know, I could be kind of rough, they say, or they say I could be crazy, or whatever they say. I say, smile like you brush your teeth twice. Or I say, please smile where your teeth don't fall out. Whatever it takes to get a response for the actual history to be captured. And she said, and we're through, I know, leave Gary alone. The results is what you want, and he's going to give you good results. Have you seen his calendar?
Yes. Well, Mr. Hunter, I thank you. I thank you for coming on, and I thank you for doing what you do.
Yes.
As he noted, it was media that toppled Kwame's career, and it's media that can bring you right on up. So I thank you for doing what you do for all of these years.
Well, let me say this before you go.
We got to wrap.
I know, let's wrap it.
Come on.
Just be mindful.
Yes.
Just be mindful. If we don't capture our history, it won't be properly dictated.
Absolutely.
That's right.
People that hate you can't talk about the love for you. And we don't know. I don't need to make the misjustice of trying to figure out somebody sweet like you. Because we saw it during the insurrection. A lot of them smiling faces were stabbing graces.
Yes.
Somebody talk to me. Be careful. I'm going to say this and I'm through. Be careful with smiling faces in familiar places. They'll destroy you every time.
Amen.
Sometimes your enemy is inside of your friend.
All righty.
Amen.
All right, everybody. Thank you
Thank
for
you
tuning in.
so
Thank you
much,
for watching Live
everybody.
Get Down and Dirty Talking Art with Calibri the artist,
And Debbie
LaPratt,
LaPratt, and our
wonderful guest
amazing
here,
guest.
Mr. Gary Hunter.
Thank you.
Tune in, and also our sponsor for this evening, Dollhouse Boutique. Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Make sure you shop online, dollhouseonline.com. Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Goodbye.
watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did I do okay?
Yes,
You did
you did.
wonderful.
Fabulous.